Welcome back. Thanks for tuning into my channel. For the past few weeks, I've been talking about what makes a woman highly desirable to a man in the dating market. So I have covered a few different things from week to week. If you want a recap of those, you can look below in the episode notes and catch up. But today, for number 4, let's talk about what makes a woman highly desirable to a high-value man. So a highly desirable woman doesn't compete with a man that she respects or that she desires. You know, women these days, you can kind of see them trying to get locked in this power struggle with men, or they just sort of feel like their value comes from being able to be equal to a man in a way that they're up head to head. And that kind of is competition. So it's almost like the woman in that scenario is literally trying to one-up the man in order to be respected by him, but it doesn't work that way. So a woman who is actually quite feminine and healthy, integrated, balanced, calm, all of those things, she's going to desire a man who leads her. She's going to desire a man who's strong and in control and who can handle her when she's, kind of emotional or maybe a little bit particular and obnoxious and annoying and all those sorts of things. Not that she wants to be put in her place, but she wants a man who can guide her and comfort her and make her feel safe so that she can kind of have those spikes in her mood. She's safe emotionally. So when a woman respects a man and when she desires a man, she's not going to compete with him. She's going to allow him to have the last word, the last bite. She's going to allow him to have his way. Now, it doesn't mean she has to allow him in a literal sense, but she's not going to feel the need to retort or fight back or try to one-up him, right? Like, it's going to be okay if he has his way. It almost makes her happy. At least it will, if not at first. If you really desire him and you respect him, then it's definitely going to come to that place where you just really enjoy and love to see him shine. And even if you know he's wrong sometimes, which they are, men are sometimes wrong, but it's nice to see his confidence displayed. That makes her more attracted to him. And so it's a nice feedback system that benefits both parties when the dynamic is right. That's when there's sexual polarity. That's when there's a nice give and take of, femininity, masculinity. There's a little bit of texture, a little bit of tension. Now, that's not to say it's only the feminine energy coming from the female and the masculine energy coming from the male. No, there's a mixture of both, but there's going to be a nice dance happening between the two people. So that's what we call sexual polarity in a nutshell. But a woman who is bringing forward too much of her masculinity is going to be a little bit... Actually, I watched this show. I won't name the show, but it was very clear that this woman had this problem, and I'll tell you what she did. She seemed okay, she was not like very masculine in general. She was feminine, she had long hair, she wore dresses, she was, kind of fun and kind of sweet on a normal day. But then as soon as someone tested her or challenged her, you could see like her teeth and her nails came out. And she just dug in and she wouldn't let up. She was competing to be right, to have her way, to be heard, which if I'd been there and been able to intervene, I would have helped her feel heard to try to de-escalate the scenario. But she really displayed this behavior that I want to help women stop doing, basically. It's good to assert yourself, and I talked about that in week 1, having healthy boundaries, but you really need to make sure that you're not pushing so hard that you become abrasive and argumentative and agitated and basically like that drama queen that just wants to fight all the time. Because somewhere in there, one, you're not feeling heard, maybe you're not feeling respected, but ultimately there's that need to sort of fight for your position, and that means that you don't really feel like you are being respected by that person, that maybe you don't feel that they have a position and you want to take it from them. So that's a little bit aggressive, and that's definitely not desirable. It's definitely not attractive, and I want to help you take a look at yourself and reflect on some of these things that maybe you need to work on a little bit. And it's okay if it's uncomfortable for you to admit that this is something that you tend to do. I mean, I used to do it at one point. I used to be a little bit more argumentative, but I was able to work on myself and become healthy and integrated and balanced and find a way to express myself more calmly and gracefully and tactfully in general, but then specifically when I'm with someone and with my partner now, if we have a disagreement, it's really important to find a way to cooperate and to allow him to feel confident that you trust him. A lot of times, that's what it communicates when you fight him on something, even if he's wrong. So allow him the room to make mistakes. Allow him the room to have his way, even if it doesn't have to be that way. You can always try your way afterwards if it doesn't work. And if you're just going to start with someone's way, why not start with his? It's a really nice way to have him step into that position of the masculine leader in your relationship. So some thoughts for you today for week 4 of the Highly Desirable Woman series. And if you have any questions or comments, please put them below. And don't forget to like this video and subscribe to my channel, and let's keep in touch. Ciao.